175センチ、65.609。
高田さんよろしくお願いいたします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Aguon, 5'9", 30 years old, 12 wins, 3 wins coming by way of submission. Vugar Kyaramov, 5'9", 28 years old, 14 wins, as I said before, 6 by knockout, 6 by submission.
各ラウンド5分の3ラウンド制で行われます。なお、この試合は両者が合意したため、頭部、顔面への肘による攻撃が認められた肘ありルールとなります。
Just on the glove touch, it appears that Aguon may have a slight reach advantage. May want to utilize that. Here we go. 145-pound battle. Vugar Kyaramov in the white, Kyle Aguon in the black with white right. Aguon standing in a modification of the southpaw stance, leading with the left, pawing with it. As Kyaramov circles away. Overhand right, may have caught him behind the ear. Left hook comes in carefully. Now down into the front chancery as Kyaramov has position here. Aguon settles down. Said there's some knee strikes, but keeping a capture on the leg is Kyaramov. Leg off the trip there. Hammer fist, hammer fist. Big strides while maintaining control of the leg. Aguon's partner, wife, we saw her fight rise at 45 years old. Bad if I said it. It's so impressive. I'll stand up now. Kyaramov coming forward. Respect for one another here after that exchange. Kyaramov had a bit of a shuffle step there, trying to change angles and directions. I often talk to my buddy Chris Lytle at bare knuckle fighting. He often talks about how you never want to be straight on with a fighter. You always want to come at an angle, whether it be 5 degrees, 10 degrees. You don't want to ever be straight on. And we saw that right there, and that seems to be the case with Kyaramov. Also, my amateur wrestlers that are listening, they also understand. You want to come at an angle, never straight on. Seems to be Kyaramov's pace here. Aguon tries to close the distance with a lead leg. Long, straight jab and right cross combination from the Azerbaijani. Kick there. Notice that Aguon lowers himself. He changes his levels. The only concern there, perhaps from the corner, if he's making himself a little bit more susceptible for some of those straight right hands by Kyaramov. Kicks. Oh, the right hand caught. Aguon coming in. Kyaramov has somewhat of an underhook there. Lost it. Came back through. Look at him going for a head and run for it. Again, seems to be great respect between these two fighters. After each exchange, they go back to what can only be called a neutral position, and then begin to feel each other out. Still in round one, kick capture. Nothing doing. Feigns the left hook, does Kyaramov, and comes with the right hand. That has been the weapon that has been most effective here in the first round for Vugar Kyaramov. What has Aguon cemented or displayed or started to establish?
Какой один раз изнутри, один раз по корпусу. Vugar, обманывать
Good
надо.
hand positioning there. They're nice and close.
Еще, двигайся,
There you see
двигайся.
Sophie Musayev, training partner of Vugar Kyaramov,
Не иди на него,
watching
не
on.
иди на него, уйди на середину, уйди на середину. Перевод, переводи, Vugar.
1 minute left in the
Southpaw stance of Aguon has done him no favors. As Kyaramov had a single leg. Kyaramov was able to get up. I'm sorry, Aguon was able to get up. Now we're going to see the seemingly so length of Kyle Aguon was coming into play there. Kyaramov had to turn it around and be stronger there.
30 seconds, Kyle.
Ходи назад, идет на тебя. Vugar, не стой на месте, Vugar.
Interesting to hear all of the advice shouted from the corners. And again, the overhand right. 10 seconds remain in the first round of this 145-pound contest between Vugar Kyaramov and Kyle Aguon.
Ногой по корпусу.
All right, good start. There you see, family, Kyle Aguon rooting him on. Slight look of concern. See the replays early on from the first round. Intense hammer fists coming from Vugar. It really was an even round, dare I say, if you are trying to pick a winner.
Second down.
seconds out, please. Seconds out.
All right, we head into round two. Vugar Kyaramov and Kyle Aguon.
Round two.
Fighters touch gloves, meet in the middle of the ring. Aguon establishes presence. Moving forward this time. Kyaramov now making up distance. See, Kyaramov is feigning this outside hooking motion with his hands. High kick deflected by Aguon. Right hand. Notice that Kyaramov ducks his head, bows his head when he does that. Could be open to a knee strike or an uppercut. We'll keep an eye on it. Now inside here, this is the curious part of this fight. Kyaramov seems to be the better wrestler, but Aguon appears to be longer. Kyaramov is in good position there, trying to take the back now. Aguon does not want to be there. Some inside hand fighting underneath. Aguon, all right, shouldn't have his hand on the ropes, but regardless.
The knee, Kyle.
See the nice clasp there by Aguon.
Trying
Trying to defend against the single leg. Head pressure from Kyaramov. That's good, solid wrestling. And now down. There's triangle. He's got it. Can he extend the arm? Can he extend the arm? You'll see the bend in Karamov's arm. And now the hyperextension. He's going to get the concession. No, able to slip out is Vugar Kyaramov. Good jiu-jitsu on the floor here. Hammerfist not really making much contact. Cradle and push position there by Kyaramov. Good use of the head to keep Aguon's head to the side. We see this often in mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu. That chin pressure, that head pressure. You want your opponent's head to the side in order to maximize your strikes.
Vugar, левым локтем побей. Левым локтем побей. Положи ему на голову.
Good leg lace there by Aguon. He's in a very difficult position here from which to defend himself.
Молотком побей.
Kyle, you're using your underhook and your knee shield to separate that hook with your bottom left leg.
Bottom.
Okay, use that hook to separate.
Поднимись и побей руками. Поднимись, побей. Поднимись, Vugar, поднимись. Поднимись.
Again, Kyaramov pushing with his head. Seems to be all that he has here. Stalemate. Trying to pass is Vugar. 2 minutes remain in the second round. Right back into position. It's almost as if Aguon had a choice whether to go backwards or to go forward. Full body pressure. Wizard there, underhook on the left arm of Aguon.
Don't stop, don't stop. You can hit it, you can hit it.
Sal kolun altına.
Kyaramov being advised not to hold the ropes. And now the two back up to a neutral position.
Nobody's got it, boom. Nobody's got it, boom. 1 minute left in the second round.
The question is which fighter wants to go back onto the ground.
Руками закрывать надо.
Get out of there, get out of the corner.
Отойди на середину, отойди на середину.
30 seconds left, Kyle.
30 saniye.
Push him back a bit.
Еще одну атаку проведи.
Okay, hands up.
Vugar, он плывет, он плывет, Vugar.
Hey. Okay, come on.
In the misses, you can see the story unfold with the intent of the fighter. It seems that Kyaramov is content to try to land that right hand, and Aguon knows it's coming and wants to catch a counter with a front kick. Outside leg kick missed there by Aguon. This round coming to an end. It's been a good one so far. It's been a good card so far. We thank you so much for joining us here on Fight. If you're just joining us, this is rizin 21 coming to you live from the Hamamatsu Arena in Hamamatsu, Japan. It's about 150 miles southwest of Tokyo, where this type of action was going on. A single leg takedown. We thought we were going to see the triangle there, but the arm was not able to become hyperextended. But the length of Aguon is on display here. And the longer this fight goes on, the more that intrigues me. The hyperextension of the arm seemed to have it, but the nice pass there by the Azerbaijani fighter. And you can see Aguon's biggest fan, dare I say, rooting hard in that exchange. Get a look at Kyle Aguon wearing the wounds of war.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out. Final round!
There we go. Final round. Two fighters touch gloves. Just as it began in the last round, Aguon takes a bit more territory on the front end. The respect here from these two fighters is evident. Sweeping left hook followed by a right-left combination. Aguon may be in trouble. Dive straight through. And now Kyaramov, who seemingly feels confident in his wrestling ability over Aguon, is now starting to fish.
Подними голову, подними. Колено подними. Голову подними.
Busy hands from Aguon. First time we saw that in this fight. Seems to be a big cut over the right eye of Vugar Kyaramov. It's on the outside. It will not impede his vision. is any closer in on the eyebrow and starts to drip into the eye, it's going to make a lot of problems for Kyaramov, especially on attacks coming from his right side. Shakes out his left hand as if to suggest fatigue is setting in, does Vugar. Low outside kick. Starting to use the kicks a little bit more now. Internally, we start to wonder, has Kyaramov punched himself out? Long body of Aguon now. Nice standing switch there by Kyaramov. See these underhooks high up. Got his knee up there, nice and high there. That becomes an interesting weapon. Now Aguon seems to start to hang a bit more. Perhaps he's tired. You just heard someone say your arms are long. I have to believe that Aguon sees the big red target over Kyaramov's right eye and would love to land that left hand to the southpaw position. Nice, went for a single leg there, sprawled out through, did Kyaramov. Now Kyaramov has some time to think. Drops some clubbing blows.
Okay. Hey, bring him on home, boys. Bring him on home.
C-clamp is better.
C-clamp, bring him home. Watch that knee, Kyle. There you go.
That underhook is Vugar Kyaramov, controlling the wrist as well. Kyaramov is always looking. The wrestler always has that head. I'm always looking for something. Now, Aguon trying to break Kyaramov down. High crotch. Not a bad strategy there by Aguon. 3 minutes left. So Kyaramov is able to sneak his foot out. Underhook by Kyaramov. She's setting up for it here. Just holding on, or does the Azerbaijani have a plan? Inuai now. Sorry, Aguon. Slips over to the side a little bit.
Step both feet in and then
Close quarter fighting. Inside wrist control there. Avoiding the takedown. Kyaramov. Right elbows to the back of the neck and both fighters back up standing. And it begins to become apparent that Aguon may not be able to take Vugar Kyaramov down. Final minute of the third round here.
Finish it! Finish it!
Shot there by Kyaramov as it's becoming hard to ignore the shouts of Kyle Aguon's people. You heard now or never. Kyaramov has just been a bull when the fight gets into this position. You have to wonder if Aguon starts to question if he can't successfully take his opponent down. So now the two trade hands. 10 seconds to go. Final round. Body kick there. Through jumping knee, and that's it. So now it begs the question, who won that fight? Of course, you're using the hashtag rizin21. We are following along. We thank you so much for being a part of this journey, but I'd love to hear from you. Who won this fight? We'll take a look at some replays, perhaps sway your opinion or decision, whichever one. It's entirely up to you. Here we go. So, sweeping left hook, the right hand of Kyaramov seemed to be, for me, the story of this fight, and the length that maybe was not used by Aguon to his advantage was also a story here. But then there was the wrestling element of this fight, and every time it seemed that Aguon had Kyaramov he didn't. And Kyaramov either proved to be stronger or the better wrestler. But that's not for me to say, only for me to speculate. It's up to our judges to give us a win.
判定の結果をお伝えします。ジャッジ大藪、赤ブガール。
One judge for Kyaramov.
ジャッジ新見、赤ブガール。
There it is.
ジャッジ松宮、赤ブガール。よって勝者。
The Azerbaijani invasion continues as Vugar Kyaramov is victorious here in a very hard-fought bout. Certainly a bout that had some of the best of why we love JMMA on display. And that will continue to be the trend here tonight as we move forward with rizin 21 right here on Fight. Take a look back here. Inside leg kick from Kyaramov, and that may have been one of three that we saw in the entire fight. This really was a hands fight, and then it became a wrestling fight, and it became, at some point, which tools do you use and which don't you? Because these pictures here tell us a different fight, and that may have been why.